Hello and welcome to Bell Curve Gaming, and today I'm bringing you a Poliwrath deck from Unbroken Bonds. So what's this guy do? Well, the attack we're really after here is Swirly Rush. For 3 NGs he does 90 base damage, but if you have a Poliwag and Poliwhirl sitting on the bench as well, it does 180 damage, which, to be honest, isn't really actually enough given how much you need to do to set up this attack. That's 3 energies, a Poliwag and a Poliwhirl all at the same time. There's so many moving parts here that we've got to string together just to hit for 180. So 180 is good, but is it enough really? But anyway, how are we getting this deck going? Well, we've obviously got to have a Poliwags and Poliwhirls. We're going with a 4-3-4 line together with the rare candy, which allows us to hopefully, if everything lines up, get into our Poliwrath turn 2. Now, it's not super reliable that we're getting into that, but if we can, that's kind of nice to have as an option. The other key Pokemon we've got here is Zebstrika, because we've got so many moving parts. We just have to dig through our deck and find what we need in the turns that we need it to maintain our attacking right throughout. It's a bit of risk and reward, but we've got the sprints that, help us do that right through the match. Other cards that we've got here is we're running a lot of Stretcher because we're going to be sprinting a lot. Plus, when these Poliwraths go down, we actually need the full line back because we need a Poliwag, a Poliwhirl, and a Poliwrath sitting on the bench basically at all times. So yeah, we need to be able to get them back and recycle them, so we're going with a 3 Rescue Stretcher count. Now, we're also for getting up to the GX numbers, we're adding a Choice Band, which allows us to attack for 210, which is kind of nice. It gets the Zoroark sort of level. But we might need to one-shot something that's a little bit higher. Hopefully the Shrine can sit for a little while. That just allow us to get into those, bigger, heftier Pokemon when we do. We've gone with a DCE and Water Energy, which allows us to EXP share. Together with some Aqua Patches, it just helps allow us to build the energy cost right through the game. And I didn't find it wasn't often the energy was the issue, although that did occasionally happen. It was the bigger issue of just trying to keep these 3, on the field all at once at the same time. So that's the deck list. Shall we get started? I think we shall. Hello EG and welcome. If you're running a grass deck, then I'm probably in a lot of trouble. We'll go Poliwag in the front, Blitzle down back, Brooklet Hill, which is good value. That's the one I want first. And then we're probably judging away here. Hoping that I get you bricked. Oh, this is not going to be a matchup for me. But let's hope for a potential bricking. So we'll Poliwag down and then judge. We get another Poliwag down, which is good. And we've got our way into Zebstrika if we need to as well. So might pull in Ditto here. And then pass it over. So I'm really hoping to brick because, for her to brick, because you're hitting for weakness, and yeah, it's not going to be favourable for me if you're able to just blast through to a setup. So hopefully it's a good turn 1 judge. Alolan Sandshrew. Alright, so that's your draw, is it? Going with the Sandshrew to draw. Interesting. Another Execute back. And a Great Ball. Another Execute. So you got the Execute set up. You don't need a huge amount of NGs. I need to find my way into a Candy and DCE probably this turn. That's probably what I need. So it's unfortunate that I'm going to have to get rid of a Poliwag. Here's what it is. We're going to go and get Zebstrika. And you need to be clutch. So we'll sprint. Get a Lillie, get a Candy. Alright, you're not going to be any good to me, Choice Bands. Need a Poliwrath and... So we are attacking this turn and getting KOs this turn, which is good. So I can't complain about that. Cannot complain about that at all. That's set up beautifully. The only downside is he's hitting for weakness. That's the big downside. Well, she's hitting for weakness. So you can see, like, after working with the deck for a while, it is setting up better. I'll give it that. It is setting up better. Slush Rush. It's just a pity that I'm playing a guy that's hitting me for weakness. So right now, you're hitting 40. Which isn't enough. Gonna get Shuckle, which will now be 60. Is it 20 plus or is it 20 times? I think it's 20 plus, so that's 80, which is enough now, so... Alright. I am still kind of hoping that this is not a supporter. Because the more turns I can buy, the better. I'm desperately going to need to buy some turns. Alright, has bricked. Good. So turn 1 Judge has worked absolutely clutch by the looks of things. So DCE to you. We just want to shuffle here. And we've got a second Poliwhirl. I think we do want to go a second Poliwhirl down. Don't want to sprint this hand. Want to keep the stretcher for later. Just because we need value out of our stretchers. We can't pull anything. So we'll just Swirly Rush. Take out this Execute. You're one Exeggutor and an NG away from being able to go absolute ham through me. So the more prize cards that I can get in this manner, the better. So having Rescue Stretcher in the hand is a way to guarantee Poliwrath on the next turn, just in case I absolutely desperately need to. So you get a draw. Did you get the Execute and NG? Exeggutor and NG. I mean, I'm burning through these Executes as well. Turn 1 Judge has been very good to me. Very good to me. Alright. Furfrou. NG Lotto. Haven't seen an Exeggutor yet. Got the Grass NG. So I'm assuming this is an Exeggutor coming. You wouldn't just be putting it on. Yeah. So Exeggutor comes down. If you don't play an Execute... Ah, you got one. Well, I have to guarantee it. That's the play I have to go for. So, save the NG to the Poliwhirl. Although we've got plenty of Poliwraths, I need to make sure I use good, make good use of the Rescue Stretcher. I just have to make good use of the Rescue Stretcher. So we'll shuffle. We'll get one of you, get both of you back. I know that's a huge risk because I desperately need my way into a Poliwrath. There's 4 of them in deck, plus I've got Ultra Balls, plus I've got a Sprint. So there's plenty of ways to get to it. We just don't want you... Well, I just want to thin that. So Cynthia to begin with. Good, we got a Poliwrath, so that's fine. We need another Poliwhirl in the next turn. That's going to be really important. We don't want to sprint this hand right now. We'll Swirly Rush, get through that Exeggutor. And hope you miss on an Exeggutor again. Keep in mind you've got, I'm assuming with that Execute coming up that you're pretty confident you got the Exeggutor. Which means I need to hit through again. You need a Rescue Stretcher pretty soon as well. Because 3 Executes have hit the bin. I'm assuming given the stage ones that you're playing that you'll have Ditto as well. You're lucky you haven't prized any of these Executes though. Because I've managed to make a dent. So we're in a pretty good spot to get an attack off next turn that can take down an Exeggutor. It's whether or not I can keep doing it over and over and over again. So there's another Exeggutor. I'd say pretty good position. I just need to get the Poliwhirl again. And there's two of them in deck. So we go Poliwhirl into the active. Could, yeah. We've just got to go NG here, Poliwrath here. Go to Cynthia, find a way into a Poliwhirl. Didn't get there, so we just sprint it. We can't afford to not find our way into a Poliwhirl. Got the Poliwhirl. Cost a lot to do. Got an Aqua Patch to go and get a Water Energy on. And now we Swirly Rush. There's no executes down. That's the upside here. There is no executes down. I've got Guzma as well to go and target one if I need to. This might be your return play. Turn 1 Judge has provided me great value here. Against a deck that I would not be confident in trying to beat. I've still got a long way to go. Still at 2 prizes. Excuse me. So you're going to stretcher. How are you going to do this? Are you just going to pull 1 or are you going to pull 3? Going to pull 3. So you need 2 executes out there right now, because otherwise, if you only get 1, I'm Guzmaing that one up. Mind you, I need an Engie to be able to get out of that too. How many Engies do I have in deck? Oh. You got 2 down. So maybe we hold on that. Do you have a low HP Pokemon that I can get to? Only if you don't involve both of them. So I think we just hit and take the Furfu right now. We keep the Guzma in hand. Mind you, let's do this. Shuffle 3. Get Poliwhirl, Poliwrath. Oh, we don't have Poliwag. Do I have Poliwags in deck? I hope so. I really do hope so. Alright, well, we'll pull pull all of you back. Nespel, go and get Poliwag down. And we'll now shuffle. Don't really want to sprint away the Guzma. We get a DCE, we have Ultra Ball. We're feeling pretty good about where we sit right now. So we'll just Swirly Rush. Smack through. Now we just got to get through one more. And we've got Guzma. But I don't know if that's going to help right now. Unless you don't evolve one of the executes. In fact, I'm glad to see that one up there because I can Guzma snipe that one sitting on the bench. Yeah, and that's how we do it. Got the Guzma snipe to finish. We don't take any chances. Poliwag up. And we'll take it with Poliwhirl. So Guzma, execute. What a clutch turn 1 Judge. And Knuckle Punch. And there we go. Clutch turn 1 Judge. Bought me the turns that I needed to be able to keep consistent. But yeah, it's taken a while. I think this build is getting there now. It's more consistent. I'm able to keep flowing through the game. So yeah, good game, good game. Hello, Andy Go, and welcome. Alright. Actually nearly thinking of swapping you out for a judge. Thinking that's something I might want to do. Just add a potential disruption to the opponent, something like that. So that's what I'm thinking. We got ReshiZard, so what we're going to do is chuck a water energy to you, although that's dumb when I think about it, because you're probably going down here. I probably should have chucked to the back line. And we'll Ultra Ball away. We kind of need Choice Band. We've got stretches. We'll Ultra Ball you two away. And go and get Ditto down because that provides me flexibility. Yep. And Choice Band to... Well, I've committed to this Poliwrath. We just... sorry, this Poliwag here. We're just going to go all in with it now. It's got Lillie for the next play. Got Stretcher, so... Nestball, go and get myself another Poliwag down. And we just passed it over. Knowing that you're probably going down, so it was a really dumb thing to just fully commit to. But anyway. Field Blower. So that gets rid of the Choice Band. It also gets rid of a Field Blower at least. Surprised that you didn't get rid of the Brooklet Hill unless you got your own stadium, so it didn't really matter. Or you just didn't think of it. Nestball. So I'm hoping you don't have Welder. If you don't have Welder in hand, that's absolutely huge for me. We're probably looking at a shuffle 3 unless I top deck like a rare candy. With the Stretcher, then we'll just put Poliwrath back in deck rather than into hand. Yahweh, okay. So that's good. We're looking at all out on the ReshiZard here, which is really good. So a lot of what I decide now really depends on... Good, I'd rather Cynthia. We'll stretch her now. Chuck you in deck. And now we'll Cynthia. Find our way into Zebstrika. We'll Power Pad first because we're getting rid of this hand now. Pull you in, pull you in. Yep, that sounds good. We'll chuck the EXP share onto you. We do want to Brooklet Hills first, get another Poliwag out. And we'll now Zebstrika this hand away, sprint it. Got candies, got nothing else though. So we'll DCE to you at the moment. Cool for family, we'll go and get another Blitzle out of deck. Didn't want to see this many candies at once, and I didn't get into a Poliwhirl either, so that's bad. We need to basically top deck a Ultra Ball or Poliwhirl, otherwise we're in a lot of trouble. We might have to play it safe a little bit. And not chuck Poliwag out. Because that's just overcommitting. I think we need to chuck Blitzle out here. We got Cynthia, so that's good. I should have chucked it to you actually, that would have been smart. Cynthia. Now we got the Poliwhirls of the world. We don't really want to sprint this hand away. There's nothing to pull out at the moment, is there? No. So we're just going to hold for a turn and hope there's no Guzma action. If there's no Guzma action, then we have it on... Well, we don't quite have it on the next turn. We'd need Choice Band. But we put a lot of pressure on at least. On the next turn. Oh, in fact, no. We do have it if we get a Poliwhirl. Yeah. So we just need a Poliwhirl. Which we can guarantee with the Ultra Ball. I think that's what we do. So it's Poliwrath down, Ultra Ball, bang bang, and then Cynthia, get a fresh hand. If we don't like it, then sprint it out. That's fine. Alright, and then we can get rid of a ReshiZard. So you'd have to have Guzma, but you'd also have to have Guzma in a switch or something, because it's not the easiest guy in the back line you've got to switch out of that. So you're going to Ultra Ball, what are you going to go and get yourself? Be interested to see how you're going to play this. So Kiawe goes. Both probably not ideal right now. Gonna get a Let Loose. Oh, that's frustrating because I had what I needed, but excuse me. Interesting that you're committing that high on the ReshiZard. 6 energies is a lot. We do have Zebstrika to sprint, so that's fine. Unless you're hoping for a Guzma play again, but you've committed to the ReshiZard. It's interesting that you've done that. So we've got a Cynthia and then we've got a sprint. So we've got a pretty good chance of getting to something that we need. So the DC goes onto the Poliwag in the back line there. We're hoping to top deck Poliwrath or something. So this guy goes into the front line. The DCE goes to you. And we're going to Cynthia first. Yep, Cynthia. Hopefully find our way into something. So we got the Poliwrath, so we've got the KO now if we've got Poliwhirl, which we do have access to. So we're going to Ultra Ball away. Love to use the rare candy for this Poliwrath, but we're not going to worry about that. You and you. We're going to sprint this hand anyway. Go and get Poliwhirl down. And chuck that to you. We've got Poliwrath just here. We've got Aqua Patch to go and start setting you up. Keep in mind that I need to get into my stretcher as well here. So we do have one stretcher left, don't we? Nope, stretcher's prize, that's great. Let's hope for pulling that stretcher out of the prize. So we just hold where we are. Swirly Rush. Smash through the ReshiZard. Keep in mind, you now need to get another ReshiZard up. And you've just lost your... There's the stretcher, good. You've lost your GX attack, of all things. So... I think he's pulling. Don't think he's playing anymore. Yeah. So we got there. Think I'm getting close with the deck. Hello, Nick the Muk. Welcome. So we have a Psychic deck. Ditto up front's not great. We would rather Poliwhirl up front. Did we just mulligan 5 times? And my opponent mulliganed more? Are you kidding me? Slowbro, what do you do? Hey, I want to know what this guy does. Thank you. Okay. 7 times you mulligan. That is ridiculous. Just gonna throw it out there. That's ridiculous. So combined, we just mulligan 12 times. What's the chance of that happening? I mean, surely you're playing... I'm playing 6, 7 basics. I wonder how many you're playing. Collectively, we mulliganed 12 times. That is nuts. Oh, we'll draw an extra couple of cards. We won't complain about it. It's a Mewtwo deck. Alright, we'll go and get... I guess Poliwag down. We'll chuck DC onto you. We'll Ultra Ball away here. Probably the... What's your HP? 190. So yeah, we kind of do need Choice Bands, don't we? And Aqua Patch. We don't really want to be burning a stretcher for that, so we'll burn you two. Go and get ourselves another Poliwag down. We just need lots of Poliwags at this stage. chuck a Choice Band to you, and then we'll Cynthia. We've got a nice Brooklets to play, which allows us to go and get another Poliwag. And I think we get a Blitzle for the last one, so over here, go and get Blitzle. Yep, that sounds good. And then pass it over. Which one are you? The telekinesis one. So you again Bent Snipe, which I've got to be concerned about. Oops. Muk Alolan Muk is the main deck. Okay, it's gonna be the main threat. So we'll get our final bit of use out of the Brooklet Hill with the final Poliwag here. We do want to run a Shrine now. Not really getting huge benefit from attacking with a Poliwhirl at the front, am I? But should we put it there anyway? Because the chance of me switching right now is pretty small. We'll put it here because we're after desperately the Poliwhirl. Yeah. Alright, so we got Poliwhirl. We've got a way to sprint out of this hand. I think we will do that. Although, I kind of want to keep the stadium. We might just have to sprint out anyway. Here's what it is. So we'll just sprint out. Go and get a Zebstrika down. You don't want to return the Blitzle. It's a pity that I'm losing the Stretcher. You've got to do what you got to do. Don't want to lose another Stretcher, and I didn't get into a draw support, which makes this more awkward. Chuck the Choice Band onto you. And we're just bubbling at this stage. Using the old bubble. Let the Shrine chip. Didn't get the Paralyze, which is what I was really going for. So you're going to be able to Telekinesis. Who are you going to hit? Alright, the Poliwag back there. So we just start setting up someone else. We've got Poliwrath. Do I need a Poliwhirl right now? Interesting question. We're going to lose our second Stretcher, which means I got one more left after this. 90, hitting for 90 with 120, that's enough, isn't it? How do I want to play this? 90's enough, and I kind of want to keep the Stretcher if I can. So we'll set you... Oh wait, I haven't got the attack. You idiot, Shaun. Just made a mistake there. Wouldn't have had the attack anyway, at least not at this stage. We'll shuffle. We'll EXP share to this guy. Hold it there. Got the DCE to attack on the next turn. We've got Judge, which is I think what we do. So your Telekinesis, so you're going to attack here. Yep, take out the backline Poliwag. You go down here, so we're fine with that. We'll catch back up in prizes. Well, actually, we'll go ahead in prizes, but anyway. DCE to you. And we just want to Judge. Didn't get into much. We need to find a Poliwhirl this turn, I think. As much as I want the Guzma, we need to find that Poliwhirl. There it is. So Poliwhirl on. And we've got Lillie for the next turn. We'll just Swirly Rush. Smack through you. Go and get a couple of cards here. Be interesting to see whether you go with the Nasty Goo mix. I'm assuming that's probably what's coming. which we can, Slowpoke's coming, we can switch and then retreat back out, which I think we might have to do if the Nasty Goo Mix is here, which I'm assuming it will be. Mr. Mime odds. So I'm going to have to hit for an even amount. Yep, so that's what you're going to do. That's fine. We'll take you out here and get the 3 prize cards. We don't want a Poliwrath at the moment. We do want to just attach an energy here. We'll switch to our Poliwag and then retreat back out. I haven't even looked at whether this does hit enough. It's 210 and you've got 210 remaining, so yep, we're good. So right now we just Swirly Rush, smash through the Muk Alolan Muk. Now what we've got to work out is how do we make sure we hit for an even amount. So right now we might actually want to evolve you to a Poliwrath and hit in for an even amount for that 120. Which if you don't get rid of the shrine here, that is actually enough. So that might be how we play it. Going to escape rope me? Interesting. I don't have the switch back right now. Alright, well, we'll give you Poliwag. Did you Red's challenge just to escape rope? It's interesting why you did that. Because Red's challenge pulls anything you want, doesn't it? Yeah. I actually think you Red's challenge just to escape rope me. Which is a really weird thing to do. So Aqua Patch here, we'll go get a Water Energy to you. What we're gonna do here is we're gonna evolve you. Just need a Water Energy. That's all we need now. Just one Water Energy and we're there. So we'll Cynthia first, looking for that Water Energy, and if we don't get it, well, then we'll sprint. There's the Water Energy. Cool. So we'll retreat out. No, wait. I need you to evolve. Oh, we can. Hopefully. I don't know how many Poliwhirls we've used. We've used quite a few, haven't we? So might have to hit him for 80. This might not be it yet. You and you. Yeah, we can't. Okay. So I have to evolve you on the next turn. Oh, well, is what is. We'll Knuckle Impact here. You did buy yourself a turn. Gonna max potion it. Alright. So you're desperately keeping this thing alive. What I should have done was actually switch to you, but I don't have you charged yet. Oh, we'll hit in again. I don't know how long you're gonna Pokeball. I haven't seen Pokeball here for a long time. Not sure exactly how long you're thinking you're gonna survive for, but anyway. We'll put the pressure on you, and we'll just Swirly Rush. Now, you need to heal it, or get rid of that shrine with that one top deck. Or it's all over. Mars, draw 2 cards, and discard a random card. There goes my Guzma. And it's all over. Alright. And it is time to rate this deck. So, starting with damage here, 180 plus a Choice Band to 210, then a Shrine to 220. It is good. Like, 180 for a base damage is good for a, non-GX Pokemon. The tricky part of this is if you can't get everything, then it suddenly becomes 90. And that's even against non-GX Pokemon. That's just not enough. 2 Shining non-GX Pokemon is terrible. So, yeah, it's tough. I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 because of the potential behind the attack if you can keep it going. As for the defense, we do have 150 HP on a non-GX Pokemon, or a 1 prize card Pokemon. But you got to remember, that's the stage 2. 150 on the stage 2 of it. These other guys, you know, 90, 60, it's 1 prize card trade, but 150 on stage 2 is not as good as you think, especially when you've got, you know, tag team Pokemon running around that can get to that easily. On a stage 2 Pokemon, 150, 1 prize card trade, will give it a 7 out of 10. As for reliability, that's the tough part of this deck. It's hard to get all these moving pieces to line up every single turn, turn after turn, to be able to maintain that 180 output right through the match. And you're going to need it, especially against non-GX matchups, because you can't hit for 90 against a non-GX Pokemon with this. You've got to get to that 180 right through the match. So, yeah, the reliability, there's lots of moving pieces here. It's the toughest part of this deck. We are giving it a 6 out of 10. So overall, what do I think? This deck's tough to play. It takes a lot of work. We've refined it down. We've got, you know, it running fairly smoothly to be able to get the first Poliwrath up and attack with a full line of Poliwag, Poliwhirl, and Poliwrath, and giving us our best chance with the Zebstrikas and whatnot to be able to sprint through our deck to be able to maintain it. We've given our best chance, but it's still a high maintenance deck and a lot of moving pieces to maintain right through matches. So overall, I'm giving it a 7 out of 10.